Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna look at Variable Action Heroes Shanks 1.5. This is the second version. Here right now we got the box for box art. This is pretty cool. You got a little window here that kind of shows the figure, but kind of doesn't. Only like the head, which kind of sucks. On the side we got some pretty cool art, and then the showcase of the figure. On the back we got some Japanese, which I can't really read, but we got one of the faces and poses that you can do, and the other face, and then showcasing the figure again. And then on the other side, same art, same pose that we saw on the back here, and that's the box. As boxes go, this is pretty cool. So for you inbox collectors, you will like the box. Anyway, let's move on to the figure. And this is how he scales with all the other figures that I have. He looks great. Moving on to the figure, we got Shanks in all of his glory. Now this Shanks is the post time skip Shanks. This is my favorite version of Shanks. He just looks so badass. And right now I got him with his mean face. And just get the cape off there. I'm gonna show you the neutral face. I have to take that off. Comes out like so. The swappability between the faces is pretty, and there we go. This is the neutral face that he comes with. And the likeness looks so damn good. Like, this figure looks insane. I absolutely love it. The shading on the chest and like the abdomen, and you can see shading on the neck, all looks so good. And even shading on like the shirt. This figure just looks amazing. Like, I always say, if it looks ripped out of the anime, it's an instant buy for me. There's this weird like loose shirt piece, but you guys should be fine with it. It doesn't really look too bad. If you're not a fan of gaps, then I guess you won't like this figure. One thing that I don't like is that I'm starting to see some paint rub from it up here, just from the sash. It's like starting to come off some of the paint there, but good thing like a loose shirt piece can hide that. Putting the sash in, the sheath in the sash, I got some paint rub on the sheath. If you can see, if my camera focuses, it's like a bit there, and then it's very out in the open there. To put the sword on, you have to like bend back the fingers from the sword grabbing on, which kind of sucks. But now for articulation, we got a butterfly joint that sadly doesn't go all the way, and it's like due to the inside here. I tried my best to take the arm off and this piece off, but I saw that this kind of cracked here. But see the skin in the back there? That's hindering the articulation. That's not getting the butterfly joint to go all the way. But for the little nub here, it goes perfect. Goes up that way, it goes this much back, and just all the way around. It's great. Now for the arm, just there. For the arm, it goes up about this much. If you try and make it go further, it's just gonna pop off, but it's easy to put back on, so you should be fine. Sucks that that butterfly joint doesn't really wanna work. Maybe you can like drill it in that piece, or what I want to try and do is use my cutters. Well, that's what I wanted to do, but then what ended up happening is, like I said, that little piece like cracked, and so the arm I can't really like take it out. You got double jointed elbows. But the thing with this joint here, it's weird. It's like not going all the way, so you can't so it stops there, so you can't like get the full joint, which kind of sucks. But that's as much as it goes. I tried my best, but it will not budge. Moving on to articulation here. He has an ab crunch, sort of, about like this much. More of it looks like a slouch to me. It goes back about this much, a bit, but not a lot. Now, using the waist ball joint, he has an ab he can go forward about this much, and then he can go back about this much, which is great. A lot of gappage though. I mean, maybe you can put the loose bit of the shirt down and try and hide. Moving on to leg articulation. He has double jointed knees, so his leg goes up about this much. Looks pretty good. Except for the knee, it almost looks like a cereal, almost like a Crave. I think that's the cereal name, but it looks insane. The knee joint just looks very wonky, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, he's got his hair on his legs, which looks a bit funny, but it's accurate to him now. They go out about this much. You can see the one leg under the sash doesn't really, like, he can go about this much, try and force it, maybe like that. But this leg, I was messing with this, and this leg can go up insanely high. Like if you move the loose shirt piece up, you can have him almost like doing one of those Cobra Kai kicks, which is pretty damn cool. There we go. Sheath fell out. So the way the legs work, it has like a drop down ball joint, which doesn't look the best. And it's funny because once you drop down the legs to get more articulation, you just get the same range and it looks uglier. Especially with these silver, shiny, big joints that are sticking out, which kind of looks ugly, but doesn't bother me too much. Moving on to toe articulation, we got, it goes down about this much, toe hinge, but be careful, you might get some paint scratch. Reviewers talking about that. Amazing ankle rocker. Like, look at that. That is insane. And that's about it. So for articulation, I would give it about like a 8 out of 10. What I'm upset about is that joint doesn't really go that far, and then the butterfly joint doesn't really go. Moving on to accessories. If I move him back over here, first we do the stand test. He definitely does stand. Moving on to accessories, we have this sword, which you have to assemble the sword, and this. You have to take this piece out, that piece from the hilt, because the sword already has a thing that goes in, and there we go. This sword looks so damn good. I absolutely love how this sword looks. Look at the shine. I think his sword's name is Griffin. This sword, just like, I don't know. It's very simple, nothing like Zoro's swords, but I wasn't expecting it to look this good. Like, as I said, be careful with the sheath. You might want to heat up the belt to put the sheath in without any paint rub. As I said, you don't want to get any paint rub. So you don't really, because it's pretty hard to go in. Or, I found best to put the sheath in this way, and it goes pretty simple like that. Then you put the sword in like that. And there it is. Now, when the sword isn't in the sheath, you got a huge gap right there, which kind of sucks, but I'm guessing you'll always have him with the sword in, unless you want him, like, sitting down doing crisscross apples. Now, other than the sword, he also comes with, as I said, 3 face plates. So, well, actually, he comes with neutral and then 2 other ones. You can say which, but so this is the neutral one that he comes with. I think it looks so good, and he just looks happy and serious at the same time. Second face is one of my favorites of all time. It's a laughing, joyous face, and he just looks so damn happy. I absolutely love that. Then the face that I showed you is the angry face, like shit's gonna start getting crazy. I absolutely love this face. The one thing that I wish that this set came with, or this figure, is basically like this face, but with red eyes showing like him using hockey powers. I think that would be pretty cool. And this cape came with it. It's this cape. It's pretty simple to put on. You just put it on like so. It's all bendy wire, so it's very, like I said, very simple. Nothing like the plastic cape that came in the first one. That one sucked so much. The one thing, probably, like, I advise you to remove the cape first, pose him in whatever pose, and then put the cape on after the pose, after you do the pose, so the cape doesn't fall off, because that kept happening. But this cape, like I said, it's made out of bendy wire, the whole thing, and it feels so expensive. Like, I got this figure for $90 on Hobby Genki. I think you can go get him right now. He's 20% off. You got purple on the inside, and then black on the outside, or sort of like a bluish black. I'd say that's more blue, but still looks great. And I just love how it doesn't feel cheap, because there are capes that can feel cheap. And like the posability options with this dude, it's endless. It's awesome. Moving on to the hands, we got a like sword or hilt holding hand. It's not a sword holding hand. I don't know why I said that, because this is the sword holding hand. This hand, I'll show you, it's like to rest. This is my favorite hand. Let me just move the cape off. Take the cape off right there. Because what you do with this one is you just rest it right on his hilt, as he does in the show, and it just looks so cool. We got a fist, clenched fist hand, and last have a like weird relaxed open hand. This hand, you can put it on him with the funny face and making it like he's laughing, or like he's telling someone something. I absolutely love this figure. I would rate it maybe 7 out of 10. Reason being, accessories, I wish it came with a bit more faceplates, just like how SH Figure Arts does theirs, and definitely like a hockey lightning piece, or like red lightning to add to the sword. I think that would be pretty cool. But other than that, he's awesome. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and that's it for now. Bye now.